In this video, I'm going to show you how eight-figure brands structure their Amazon advertising campaigns in order to maximize their sales, their profits, and also to minimize their wasted ad spend on Amazon. So hopefully by the end of the video, you'll have a clear idea of like comparing your own Amazon advertising campaigns and restructure them in a way that it's closer to this setup because it's just going to help you increase your profits overall. Okay, so if you don't know who I am, my name is Miguel. I'm the founder of PPC Room. We are an agency managing around $100 million per year in revenue for our clients, and we do it through helping them with their Amazon advertising, their listing optimization with creatives and SEO, and we also help them with TikTok in order to send more traffic to Amazon in order for them to have a competitive advantage against your competitors. Okay, so let's do it and share the whole process with you. So why this matter to you? Okay, so like I say here, it's the foundation of everything. So if your campaigns are not structured in a correct way, it's just going to be way harder for you to have success on Amazon. You can make everything right on your ads, but if you miss these, you make your life 10 times harder in this case to optimize your campaigns, because you don't know where you have some where some specific ad is locating if you don't have a good naming system, or you don't have separation by targets or whatever. So like makes your life way harder if you don't know how to structure your campaigns the right way. Second is budget allocation. It's very hard for you to then make it allocate budget between different products, different campaign types, and so on if you don't have a good structure. And at the end, you like I said before, you'll have a higher wasted spend, and you will also limit your sales potential if you don't have the right foundation in place for your whole campaigns. Okay, so a lot of just sharing some mistakes we see all the time seven-figure sellers making that kind of doesn't allow us to go to the eight-figure level, which is mixing match types in the same campaign. Okay, so like basically you see like you have broad, you have a phrase, and you have exact, right? And sometimes we see them all in the same campaign, which is kind of crazy. And the reason this is important to don't do it is broad, as we all know, usually have a bigger reach compared to the others, right? So if you just have like broad and phrase against exact, I mean, usually you just have preference for Amazon for those targets, and because they have a higher reach, which limits a lot the potential of your other, in this case, exact and phrase matching the same campaign. Besides the fact that it's a lot of data in that campaign it's very hard to optimize, right? So just that's the reason why it's not good to have many match types in the same campaign. Secondly, another mistake a lot of people do, even if they just have only one match type, meaning, let's just say they have only exact match, right? But they have, let's just say, 20 or 30 keywords in there, and we have like these high volume keywords, and we have these low volume keywords. So I just say you have, like I said, 30 keywords, and you have like five which are very high volume keywords. I mean, they have like 200,000 searches per month, 100,000 searches per month, and so on. And then you have like another 20 below those that have like 1,000 searches per month or 2,000 or so. Amazon will consume all the budget of those campaigns to those five keywords that have a lot of the search volume. And basically, you expect to get impressions to those lower volume keywords, but that will not happen because the budget will always be spent first on those top volume keywords. So with that, you basically are spending, you think you want to spend your money on those 30 keywords, but what happens is only the top five or so that have higher volumes in terms of search volume will actually consume the budget of that campaign. And so that's the reason why you should separate those in different volumes, okay, in different campaigns for different volumes, so that they don't hit the budget of the campaign. Another mistake, I mean, they have just have like too many products. I mean, even different products in the same campaign, which it's very hard to optimize the campaign as a whole if you have many products inside that campaign. And also another mistake I see a lot of the time is you don't structure the campaigns accordingly. If it's a new product launch, or if it's one of your top sellers. Another mistake a lot of people do, they just don't structure them in the same way. uh, big mistake, we see this in a lot of accounts that are mainly driven by software. They just have AI automation software running and so on, just have a lot of auto campaigns in there. You should not 100% have your majority of your ad spend on auto campaign. It's a big mistake, but we still see a lot of people do it this way. And I mean, another thing is they just have in the same campaign like brand keywords, meaning your brand keywords with the non-brand keywords. And I mean, it just basically skews completely the ACOS and the ROAS of your campaign, because of course the your brand keywords will always convert a lot better than the non-brand keywords. And so sometimes you see a campaign that has amazing ACOS, and you have, it's not because your non-brand keywords are performing well, it's because your brand keywords are performing well, and it basically skews the way that the campaign performs. Okay, so that's the major mistakes we see with resulting as a bad campaign structure. And so now I'm going to share like what should we expect when we have a good campaign structure, which I'm going to share with you in just a minute. Okay, what we are going to expect and to achieve with having this setup that I'm going to explain in a second is basically we just wanted to keep it simple. Okay, very important. So sometimes the hardest thing to do is to make things simple, and this is one of those situations. And we want to have granular segmentation of by product and by campaign goals. Okay, so meaning our campaigns need to be divided by the product and by the different campaign goals that they have, so that we can optimize them very easily in the future. They need to be easily searchable, make it very easy if you want to find a certain campaign for a certain product, or a certain campaign goal of a certain product, so that we can optimize it very easily. If it's, for example, video ads, we want to make it very easy to see which, if you have different creatives inside the same campaign, we want to see which ad group belongs to that same creative and all that stuff. So also for budget control, like if we don't have a good segmentation by product and campaign goals, it's very hard to control your budget accordingly, because you basically everything will be going to the same place, and you cannot segment them accordingly, and of course drive incremental growth, having a balanced structure on your advertising campaigns. And so this is the structure. Okay, so I'm just going to now going in share with you the whole structure. So it essentially starts with the campaign nomenclature. Okay, so your naming system, it's the first step in order for you to have a good campaign Amazon advertising campaign structure. And this is like, let's just say the formula we use. Okay, so essentially we start with the SKU. I know a lot of people, they also, instead of the SKU, they have the ASIN. I mean, also we do that for sponsored brand ads. But the reason we have the SKU is because for such a long time the search term report and so on always add the SKU on the bulk reports. Now they have both, but for a long time they would only the SKU. So the SKU, it's basically allows us to have the specific SKU of the product. And then you have the ad type. It's if it's sponsored products, sponsored brand videos, display, and so on. And third thing, we have the campaign name. We usually have our own nomenclatures. nomenclatures in for the different campaign types. But so yeah, either campaign name or the goal or the placement. If there is a specific campaign we are going after, only top of search or only product pages, we put that in the campaign as well. And because we have only one match type per campaign, we also add the match type, if it's exact, phrase, broad, and the date that it was launched. And at the end we put PPC Room because it was our it's the name of our agency, and we were the ones created them. The reason I share all these uh, basically names is we can very easily search by, for example, if you want to, in this case, search for PPC Room, we can write it down and we'll see all the campaigns that were created by us. We can then also, for example, let's just say we launched a set of campaigns on this date. We can also come here and write that date that was launched, and we can see all the campaigns that we launched on that day. Let's just say we launched 10 campaigns. We can see them all in the same place, and it's very easy to search. Or we can also come here and search by how are the exact match the exact match campaigns performing. We can also write it down. We can also see how a specific campaign type is running, because we have a good naming system for that. And so just an example of how this would look like is you have the SKU. Let's just say SKU number one. It's a sponsored product. It's, in this case, it's a one keyword ranking campaign, and it's an exact match. And this was the date we launched, and it was launched by us. Okay, this is very, very important, because if you don't get this right, it's going to be almost impossible once you have like 200 campaigns or 100 campaigns or so to for you to manage it correctly. Okay, so then we have the portfolios. Okay, so depending on your product count that you have on for your brand, you will either divide your portfolios by parent or by child ASIN. Okay, so I mean, it's very easy to create portfolios. You just come over here and you know select the campaigns, and you go to the bulk actions, and you, I mean, now this is blurred out, but there's a button that says create a portfolio. You will do that, and you will create your portfolio. You will then see the portfolio coming over here, and you will then see name the portfolio after your either child ASIN or parent ASIN. We prefer to do it on a parent level, because it's, I mean, it just you have a higher, bigger view of everything. But if you have a very small count, let's just say you have 5 products on your account, maybe see you can do it on the child ASIN. Once you start to have a lot of products inside, you know, sometimes it makes it easier for you to have on the parent level. And yeah, so that's the way we do it. And then, very, very important, one campaign, one ad group with one SKU or one ASIN. Okay, this is very important, because if you have two SKUs, you will be completely it's always be very, very hard for you to analyze the search term reports that you get from Amazon. You will not be sure which search term converted for each SKU, because Amazon for their search term reports only mention they don't mention the actual SKU. And so this is the campaign that needs to be taken care of for sure. I mean, unless you have an account with 1,000 products, I would not probably recommend that. But for most of the cases, I mean, this will be the structure that you will go forward. Now, keyword segmentation. This is going to be, I mean, usually don't try to put more than 20 keywords per ad group. I've never seen, I mean, back in the day, we could put like 100 keywords and it was fine. Now it just doesn't work anymore. And so this is kind of a rule you should keep in mind. You should have your single campaigns for high volume keywords. Okay, so basically keywords that, you know, just have, like I said before, 150,000 search in terms of search volume per month, should allocate them into their own campaigns. Otherwise, they will cannibalize and basically hit all the budget of the campaigns that they'll hit all the budget of the keywords from other campaigns. So that's what you need to do. And of course, brand and non-brand targets need to be separated, and only one match type per campaign. Okay. Now, this is getting to be a longer video now, but another thing I suggest is spend allocation. Now, in terms of spend allocation, sponsored products should always be your number one target, the one that you spend the most money. I would say between, I mean, I put here percentages because it will depend. I mean, it's not like a set specific goal that you percentage that you need to take care of. I would say if you are, doing multi 7 figures, you would go for like 80-85%, sometimes even 90% of sponsored products, and 10 to 15 of sponsored brands, headlines, and videos. And sponsored display, I mean, never more than 5%. These are the type of campaigns that you should launch. In another video, I will do a keyword research video telling you what keywords should you add inside all of these campaign types. But when you have your foundation structure in your Amazon advertising, you should have these 4 type of campaigns. Okay, just 4 are enough for you to make sure you have control over your spend, and that you are showing to the relevant keywords so that you can maximize your sales overall. I mean, I know a lot of people, they start with the auto campaign and they have like a sponsored display and headline ad. Don't do it. Sponsored products with the exact match, another campaign with the sponsored products phrase, third campaign, same keywords that you have here, you put it as video ad, and same keywords again, you put it over here. These will probably, if you have a lot of keywords with different search volumes, like I said here, you can have like another campaign 1, campaign 2, campaign 3 for these specific sponsored products exact. But this is the 4 types that you should have in order to start to launch and have those as a foundation. Of course, as you move along, you should have other campaign types. You, of course, probably will have something for top of search, another one for product pages, different campaign goals. But this is a foundation that will make like 80% of your sales. You can also have like product targeting after and all that stuff, and launch them as down only. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just make it simple. Down only, no bid modifiers on by placement to start. Okay, you can make adjustments after, but to start, just make this simple, and it will work, and you will be fine. Okay, so this is hopefully was a good and a helpful video. And let me know what your thoughts are. I will launch another video for keyword research to tell you exactly what keywords to add inside all these campaigns. But yeah, for now, that's hope it was helpful, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, thank you, bye.